Ever wonder what happens when humans forget that wild animals are, well, wild, not just unpredictable, but capable of acting on instincts honed over millions of years? The moment curiosity, thrill-seeking, or sheer recklessness collides with raw animal instinct, the results can be terrifying, even deadly. Today, we're taking you inside some of the most shocking zoo attacks ever recorded. Real stories that prove respecting nature isn't optional. These aren't just tales of bad luck or mistakes. These are moments when humans overstepped, underestimated, or simply ignored the rules, only to discover how fast a predator can react when it feels threatened. From a polar bear snapping at someone who dared enter its enclosure, to a lion testing the limits of trust with the very person who raised it, to an alligator turning a child's birthday party into chaos, these encounters leave no doubt. In the wild, or even in captivity, humans are never truly in control. And once that line is crossed, there's no going back. Berlin Zoo, Germany, 2009. It was a calm spring afternoon when a 32-year-old woman made a deadly decision. Ignoring multiple warning signs and fences, she climbed over barriers to get a closer look at the polar bears during feeding time. She waded through a thorny hedge, scaled a nearly 10-foot wall, and stepped into the moat separating her from the largest land carnivores on Earth. Polar bears are incredible predators. A male can weigh up to 2,500 pounds, stand over 10 feet tall on its hind legs, and deliver a bite of 1,200 pounds per square inch, enough to crush skulls and bones with terrifying ease. Curiosity quickly turned to aggression. Within seconds, the bear lunged, sinking its jaws into her back and arms. Zoo staff scrambled, throwing life buoys, ladders, and sticks to distract the predator. After several tense minutes, she was pulled to safety, but with severe lacerations that could have been fatal if she'd lingered even a moment longer. Here's the survival tip: never, ever climb over zoo barriers. They exist to save lives, not just yours, but the animals too. Mike Hodge and the Lion, 2018. Humans love to believe they can bond with wild animals. Mike Hodge, a British wildlife park owner, thought he had that bond with his lions. But one morning, a strange odor near the enclosure sparked instinctual aggression. Shamba, a 10-year-old male lion weighing over 550 pounds, charged. In seconds, Mike was pinned and bitten, dragged toward the bushes. Staff fired warning shots to save him. He survived, but Shamba did not. Even lions raised in captivity retain instincts honed over thousands of years. Their speed, power, and predatory reflexes are lethal. Mike's mistake? Underestimating the wild, even in an environment he controlled. Lesson learned: never enter a big cat enclosure alone, not even if you think you've tamed it. Kaliningrad Zoo, Russia, 2017. A zookeeper going about her routine assumed the tiger was safely secured in its holding pen. She wasn't. Typhoon, a male Siberian tiger, spotted her. Before she could react, he pounced, slamming her to the ground with bone-crushing force. Visitors screamed, threw anything they could grab, stones, branches, even tables, to distract the tiger. It worked briefly, giving her just enough time to escape. She survived but suffered severe injuries. Siberian tigers are apex predators for a reason. They weigh up to 700 pounds, can leap 20 feet in a single bound, and have night vision 6 times stronger than humans. Forgetting a simple safety protocol? That's a near-death sentence. Tip: distraction can save your life, but prevention is everything. Always follow zoo safety rules. Wildlife World Zoo, Arizona, 2019. In the age of Instagram and viral content, humans sometimes risk everything for the perfect selfie. One woman got far too close to a black jaguar, ignoring a 3-foot barrier. The jaguar, seeing her back turned, reached through the fence and grabbed her arm. Screams echoed. Visitors panicked, but quick thinking saved her. A water bottle shoved through the bars distracted the cat enough for her to be pulled to safety. Jaguars weigh up to 250 pounds and have a bite force capable of crushing skulls and piercing turtle shells. Respect the boundaries. No photo is worth deep gashes or traumatizing an animal. Rule of thumb: if your followers' count matters more than your life, swipe instead of stepping over. Scales and Tails, Utah, 2021. Now imagine a child's birthday party with an alligator. Handler Lindsay Bull was demonstrating feeding an 8-foot, 150-pound alligator named Darth Gator. Suddenly, the gator clamped down on her hand, initiating a death roll, the same move it would use to subdue prey in the wild. Parents screamed, children froze. A guest, Donnie Wiseman, leaped in to help, climbing onto the alligator's back. Lindsay stayed calm, guiding him to apply pressure. After a tense struggle, she escaped, though not without multiple fractures and a severed tendon. Alligators can grow over 13 feet, weigh up to 1,000 pounds, and hit 3,000 pounds per square inch with their bite. Most attacks are rare, but if one happens, fighting back targeting sensitive areas like eyes or snout can be critical. Lesson: cold-blooded predators aren't party props. Leave the thrills to balloons and cake. Brazil, Rancho Animal, 2012. A family outing for a 7-year-old's birthday turned deadly. Maya Santana, careful and level-headed, visited a small wildlife park with her family. On the elevated viewing deck above the lion enclosure, a slip sent her plunging 18 feet. The African lion Nero, weighing over 500 pounds, struck immediately. He used his full strength, biting, swiping, and bunny kicking, behavior reserved for prey. Paramedics arrived, but Maya was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigations revealed poor safety measures, unreinforced railings, no secondary barriers, insufficient signage, and lack of trained emergency staff. The park was fined, temporarily closed, and forced to overhaul safety protocols. This tragedy underscores a harsh reality. Even responsible, cautious people can fall victim to poor, human-made safeguards around predators. Hamilton Zoo Park, England, 2017. Zookeeper Rosa King had dedicated her life to animals. She improved enclosures, innovated safety measures, and loved her work. But one morning, a small oversight, a gate left slightly ajar, would cost her life. Sisip, a 200-pound Malayan tiger, noticed the open gate. Rosa, bent over cleaning, didn't see him. In one leap, he pinned her, biting her neck and severing her spinal cord instantly. Death was immediate. Even with experience, even with passion, a single lapse can turn routine into tragedy. Cat Haven, California, 2013. Diana, caring for lions at a sprawling sanctuary, followed standard safety procedures. She separated Couscous, a 500-pound lion, into a holding area, but the partition gate wasn't latched properly. The lion nudged it open. In seconds, Diana was struck, the force instantly fatal. Couscous wasn't hungry, just curious, but instincts overrode familiarity. She died before help arrived, and the lion was later euthanized to allow safe access. Even animals raised from infancy retain the instincts of apex predators. Love and trust cannot erase millions of years of evolution. These stories may shock you, but they carry vital lessons. Barriers exist for a reason. Respect them. Never assume a captive animal is safe. Their instincts remain intact. Distraction can save lives, but prevention is everything. Experience does not equal immunity. Even experts can fall victim to a single oversight. Every zoo, sanctuary, or wildlife park is a balance of admiration and caution. The humans who work there daily know the risks, but accidents remind us that even controlled environments can't override natural instincts. Wild animals are beautiful, powerful, and awe-inspiring, but they are not pets. One misstep can cost you everything, and sometimes the animals too. So the next time you visit a zoo, take a moment to look and not touch. Watch, but don't provoke. Admire, but don't invade. The line between wonder and horror is thinner than we think. If this video gave you chills or made you rethink the next zoo visit, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with a friend who loves wildlife, and subscribe for more stories that show just how unpredictable nature can be. These aren't just videos. They're lessons, reminders of the fine line between awe and danger. If you want even more heart-pounding stories of humans facing the raw, untamed power of nature, check out our deep dive into the Dawn Brancheau tragedy, the orca trainer who lost her life to the very creature she cared for. Her story is haunting, a chilling reminder that even in captivity, wild instincts don't disappear. These encounters prove one thing beyond doubt. When humans forget, when we underestimate, or when we get careless, nature doesn't negotiate, it acts. So stay curious, stay cautious, and remember to respect the wild. Admire it, study it, but never ever assume you're in control.